Good morning, everyone. Let's start with the class today. So, this class is provided by CECA and it is free of the cost class. You do not have to pay anything to attend this class. And we also providing the IELTS class as well, which is 2 to 4, Monday to Friday. And we also into the NATI CCL classes for Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, and Nepalese language. So, if anybody after such preparation, NATI CCL for the languages said or the IELTS exam, so you can also avail those classes as well. And the timings, you can call on the given number, or maybe you can like the Facebook page of Sika, and there you get updates, post related to that, right? And if there is any change in the Zoom links, timings, so everything you will be getting updates regarding the same, right? We do offer the lowest price in overseas health cover. You want to check codes expiring soon and want to renew with the new one, so you can check codes with us. You can need to give call on this number. And if anybody is after migration counseling, that's free with the migration agent itself. And the education counseling is free. You after any course study want to know what are the options, and where you can do it, what are the fees, and how you can get any scholarship if you are after, then that counseling is also free, and you can assess that benefit by just clicking on the number and calling it. The same applies to the Canada migration process. So if you after Canada immigration or want to assess those options, want to see what are the chances for the Canada migration, look into that pathway. So that counseling is done free. Eligibility check is done free, right? So you can also call on the same number for the service and you will be directed to the respective department, right? So the today topic, and as we just discussed and finished reading yesterday, so we will be starting with the um, listening today, right? Or we should be doing, okay, yes, listening is fine. So the listening section is the last section, named as part 3 in the IELTS exam, and it will be lasting for 45 to 57 minutes. And the thing is that before that you have a break, right? 10 minutes break they give you when you're done with speaking, writing as part 1. Then after you will be doing reading part as part 2, and then there will be an optional break of 10 minutes. So it is highly recommend that you should take that, you must take that break, because it will give you chance to just roam around within the center only, use the restroom, have water to drink, right? And just relax your mind for a bit, so it will refreshes you, right? For the again lengthy section, which is listening, right? And it needs a lot of concentration, because you know that listening is all about you are listening and getting your answers. You missing anything in the recording, you're not getting your answers, right? So that's why it require a lot of concentration and active mind. So that's why the break is necessary. And that break, how you can avail that, when you will be in the test center registering yourself, doing the formalities before the exam, right? They ask you whether you want to take that break or not, right? So you have to say yes there, and then automatically after the reading, that 10-minute break sign will appear on your computer screen while you will be sitting in the exam, right? And then then the invigilator come and tell you it's your break time, you can move around, right? Of course you cannot leave the premises, but yes, you can just be in the premises, go around, and just refresh yourself, right? And yes, we will be hearing audio clips a lot here. Sometime we also looking at the video clip as well for the listening. These are the questions type you will be doing in the listening. So these are 8 in number. The first and last will be always at the same respective place, the first one and the last one. But besides that, the second to 7, they can be changed, right? They'll be like sometime they are early, sometime they are after some other modules, item types. So it depends. But the first you will be starting with the SST, summarize spoken text, and you're finishing it off with the write from dictation, right? So as I shared the list of the marks, I told you that write from dictation, like this is the most important question in PTE. It got lot of score to add up in your listening and in your writing, right? Just like repeat sentence, I told you it will add your scores to the speaking and your listening. Same, this will add your score to listening and your writing. So out of all these item types, it's not that I'm not saying other are not important. Definitely they are. But yeah, the most important item type in the listening is write from dictation. The most important, right? So after that, the SST is the second important item type, right? And then the filling in the blanks, it is also the second important item type. Highlight incorrect words, again important item type, right? So this is like that list will tell you which item types you need to put emphasis on while practicing, and how much practice you need to devote to that item type to grab all the marks in there, right? So you know that the MCQs, multiple and single answer, they are at the bottom of the important list. But of course, as I told you, we are after 79 plus 88 band, right? So it's like every mark is important. So if we are able to grab those marks as well, maybe they are two only, maybe they are five only, but definitely they're going to add up to your respective item type you're doing, or respective module you are practicing them in, right? So today we will be starting the class from write from dictation. Is that fine with everyone? Yes, please. Is that fine with everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right, cool. So let's start with the write from dictation. Let's discuss that. Yeah, give me some minute. Let me go to that slides. Okay, so this is write from dictation. This is the last item type, and definitely when you will be finishing off your exam, this is the one you will be doing, right? So after listening to a recording of a sentence, you have to type that sentence. So that's how you are assessed into two skills: listening, because you are listening to that sentence and remembering it, capturing it, and after that you are typing in. So the second thing assessed is writing. So listening and writing are both are assessed here. And the prompt length, that means the audio, the sentence, it could be 3 second, it could be 5 second, because you know it's just one single sentence containing somewhere around 7 to 15 words in that. So it's just like enough time to speak that sentence, right? So maybe you're hearing a 3 second, 4 second, or max 5 second sentence in here, containing words from 7 to 15 in number. So here the task is that you have to write it in the response box. This we call response box, right? So this is the place where you will be typing in after listening. And this status box will tell you, like when you are about to hear the recording, it will be saying status beginning in 4 seconds. That means you are about to hear the sentence in 4 seconds now, right? And when obviously this is playing, that means you are right now hearing the sentence, right? So, and when it says completed, that means the recording is finished. So as quickly the recording is finished, you start in typing. These are the option: cut, copy and paste. If you want to suppose mistyped something, so better you just cut that word out there, selecting it and using these options, because rather than using backspace key, it's important to use these options. And they will not they will help you to just get marks, more marks in spellings, right? If you're using these options. The total word count, it is like how many words you are typing in here, the word count will be here. Like suppose in this sentence there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words, right? Word is like one complete word, not the alphabets, right? So the word count is 6 here, right, in this sentence. And you see the first alphabet they have right is capital, which you are following for every sentence you are typing. The first alphabet need to be capital. It's not like that only one alphabet will be there. Suppose cart is the first word, so C will be the capital, right? And at the end there must be a full stop, right? So when you're finishing the sentence, the full stop will tell the system like this is where you are ending it, and capital letter will tell the system like this is where you are starting your sentence, right? So that's why these two things are must to be remembered and used in your answer, right? So for every right word you are typing, you are getting 1 mark, provided that the spellings need to be correct, right? So suppose you have heard single word and you have typed single word, but the spellings are not right, so you won't be getting that mark, right? So it's important that the words you have heard, their spellings need to be correct also. So that's how you will be getting mark, right? Sometime it can happen like there are 6 words and I'm just able to hear the 4 words, or I'm just able to remember the 4 words, right? In that case, what you are doing, you are simply typing the 4 words you remember in the best sequence you know, right? In the best sequence you know, that means I know a cart carries, and then I just heard object. So these 4 words I heard, or maybe these 4 words I just remembered. So what I'll be doing, I'll be writing a cart carries object. So this is the most logical sequence of the sentence according to the words I remember, right? So always try to put the words in the right sequence. Maybe I just forgot few. So then use your own grammar knowledge, right? And decide where that word can go, right? There is no negative marking. So if you have written any extra word, so your marks won't be getting deducted for that, right? But definitely you're receiving mark only for the right sentence. And remember that the more a right grammatical structure, that means the sentence structure is right, the more good score to going to the writing as well. So try not to write the words which are not there in the sentence, only try to write the words you heard, right? So this will lead more marks to writing. So and singular and plural words, right? So suppose this word having s with that, carries, right? And I have written a cart carry, just in singular form of that, right? This is also singular, but just take it example, carry, right? So now what happened? This is the not the right word because I heard a plural sentence word and I'm typing in the singular one. So I won't be receiving this mark. So what I can do, there is a trick you can use for singular plural. You must be typing a cart if you're not sure. This to be used when you're not sure. When you're sure, type in what you know, right? A cart carry, C-A-R-R-Y carry, then C-A-R-R-I-E-S carries a single object, right? Because I'm dicey about whether it was a singular or a plural word, so I will type the both form of it, right? Book, books, right? So what happens, system will pick which whatever is right. So singular and plural, you can just have that number by using this trick. Just in case you are able to hear clearly, then do not to worry, just type what you heard, right? And there are ways to remember the word. First of all, some students like to take notes in the sense they do not straightway like to type. They first write in the reusable notepad provided, and then after when the sentence is finished, then they type, right? So whatever you are opting for, typing or writing first, just be ready for that, right? So if you're writing, just keep your pen ready on the reusable notepad, right? Quickly write the first alphabets or the first half remembering second one, write the second half remembering first one, right? And secondly, if you are typing, so try to start typing when you are listening, right? Because that's how you will be able to type more words. Don't worry about the spellings at that moment. Maybe you miss typing or something like that. Don't worry. When you will be finishing off with the sentence, maybe you have just written every word but not in right spelling. Now just quickly correct the spellings, right? And definitely move to the next question. Never fall behind the audio, whether you're typing or writing. If you're falling behind the audio, you won't be able to grab that word and definitely losing that mark, right? Capture the meaning. So it's like when you're not able to remember the sentence, so this will help you to, if you have that meaning with you. If I say card carries a single object, so I just remember a meaning of that sentence, that it is about a card which can carry some sort of objects, right? So if I try to just remember this meaning, and if I try to just frame a sentence with the help of meaning, I'll be really close to the real sentence or the real words in the sentence, right? So that's why always try to capture the meaning as well. Always review in the end for the things like capital letter at first, any proper noun, then capital letter first, At the end, that it should be full stop. If any punctuation marks are to be used, punctuation marks like commas, hyphens, right? Normally these are used, and definitely the must one is full stop, right? So connect logically. This is important. For some reason, if you're able to understand the sentence or you take notes which are not sufficient, then what you can do, then give the best shot based on whatever you remember. For example, like if you remember only 2 3 words from the sentence, so then instead of just typing those 2 3 words, combine them into a logical order, right? That means whatever you heard, you have captured that meaning. Try to combine that meaning with the words you exactly remember with some extra words, because maybe if the words you are typing, if any word is exactly same in the sentence, you will be adding up to the marks, right? Now let's just, this is the Pearson PTE Preparation Resources website, right? So this is exactly where you will find the resources provided by the Pearson, and also they will be paid and unpaid, scored and unscored, sorry, test, but they are paid. So when you will be near the exam, maybe you can appear for one test, two tests, and you can see this is exactly how your exam will be. Same pattern will be given in them, right? So let's move to the sentence formation. Okay, so I'll be making you hear the sentence, right? So you are typing in, right? So be ready to take notes. That means be ready to type or be ready to write. Whatever strategy you're following, be ready with that, right? Just give me a second. Let me find a few sentences. And you are typing your response in the chat box. And let me set the settings for the chat box. All right. So now your answers will be coming to me only post, right? Yeah. So do not consume more time because definitely you will be at the last item type, and somehow you will be left with only maybe 5 minutes or something. And 3 is the number of sentences which normally there, and they can be 4 as well. Very rare case they can be 5, but 3 is the must one, right? So if you're consuming one lot of time on one sentence, that means you're losing mark for the other one, because time is one thing we also need to take care of. Mm, okay, this is I'm playing in a while. Okay, so this is the first one I'm playing. So be ready to type and write. Just a second, it's loading and it will be playing in a while. All right. The internet is slow today for me, I guess. Okay, this one.
The new biology course will be starting in February.
Type in. Okay, Selena and Honey. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 words. And the total mark from this question will be 9. And Honey, your score is 8. Selena, your score is 8 and 7. Yeah, 7. Manpreet, your score is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So yeah, your score is like 4 will be. No. Your score is just 2 marks. 2. Manpreet got 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 out of 9. 7. Alicia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Manjot, 8. No, sorry, 7. And 1 mark and writing. You won't be able to receive all the marks because okay, so the February word at the last. So the February word need to be capital. You know that the name of the months, days, the first letter always is capital. So Manila, course is right, will is right, in and February is right. So these words are right, and though, yeah, though is there, but not at the same place, but yeah, it's there. So you will be getting mark for that. So the real sentence is here. The new biology course will be starting in February. This is the sentence. And is this the way you have typed it? You will be getting all the 9 marks. No, then you know what marks you are getting with the sentence, right? This is the next one. Very lengthy.
Many universities are continuously expanding the postgraduate education online learning resources.
You want me to play that again? I can do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's the case with everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So 1, 2, and 3 playing now.
Many universities are continuously expanding the postgraduate education online learning resources.
This is one of the important question, guys. So maybe sentence, you see, this is this much long, having lengthy words in that. So how you will be remembering that? You need to think of a technique, right? So the answers I received from the first is Manila. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 words are there. And out of 12, Manila, your score is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4 words. And Honey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7. Alicia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. Manpreet, 7 is a good number out of 12, guys. But yeah, 12 is like 5 marks less, and 5 marks is not into the listening only, but also to the writing. So you can imagine how much mark you're losing here. Manpreet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 marks to you, Manpreet. Got 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 marks. Selena, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 marks. Yeah. Manjot, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 marks to you, Manjot, right? Okay, the sentence is, many universities are continuously expanding their postgraduate education online learning resources. Look at the answer. Many universities are expanding the postgraduate education online learning resources. Compare it.
Many universities are continuously expanding the postgraduate education online learning resources.
Right? So just remember this sentence. You never know, this can be on your exam, so it will be easy. Next one is starting in 4 seconds.
There are many exciting developments occurring in the industry.
So the total score for this sentence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 got 3, 8. Selena, 7. Alicia, 7. Honey, 7. Oh, sorry, 8. Manjot, 8. Anyone typing? Okay, so it is easy. There are many exciting developments occurring in the industry. So it was developments. It's a plural word. So if you are not sure that if it's a plural or singular, then simply you can type in development, then developments, then occurring in the industry. Now this is nice, like if you are not sure. So there is a student who mentioned recurring and occurring, Alicia. Yeah, so this is like how you can save on your score when you're not sure, right? So the sentence exactly it is, there are many exciting developments occurring in the industry. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, now beginning.
The key witnesses to the event have conflicting recollections.
Alicia, the year mark is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the total is, I guess, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the total is 9. And you got 8. And Manila? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. Got 3. 1. 2. 2 marks. Selena have okay, 1. Honey 3, 4. 4. Okay, so there you go. The key witnesses to the event have conflicting recollections. Listen it again.
The key witnesses to the event have conflicting recollections.
The key witnesses to the event have conflicting recollections. So remember this sentence. There are two plural words, the witnesses and recollections. And after that, the key witnesses to the event have conflicting recollections. Guys, if you even remember the word from the sentence, right? These are very small tricks, tips, but they're going to help you. The word or to word, because these are very preposition articles when we don't tend to forget very easily. And sometime even if we know the major words, we can still use them by our own grammar knowledge, right? So if you just feel like you heard something like that, always type the word, right? If you feel like I heard something like that, any preposition you heard like to here, right? Because whether these are only two alphabets, but the mark is same. You typing recollection, you getting 1 mark. You typing two, TO2, you getting 1 mark. So just do never forget these small words like the preposition, like the articles, helping verbs, right? Because they got the same weightage as any big word with difficult spelling, right? So they boost up your score if you are remembering them. Okay, the next one. Okay, this is bit lengthy.
Rising inflation means increasing goods prices and decreasing demand for products.
You want it again? I can play it.
Yes.
Okay, playing it again.
Rising inflation means increasing goods prices and decreasing demand for products.
Try to get the meaning because meaning actually help you a lot. This sentence is clearly, if you get the meaning, you easily can type that. So it got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 word. Selena, very nice. All 11. Got 3, all 11. And honey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Alicia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, Alicia, I'll just post up the sentence. You check up by yourself. This is very complicated sort of looking to me. So I'll just send this right one and then you can just look at it. Manjot. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 6 marks. And Malina, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 1. So here it goes. Rising inflation means increasing goods prices and decreasing demand for products, right? So it is like a sort of meaningful sentence. So inflation is like what we say, the more of cost of the products, right? Like suppose when economy fell down, the cost of the daily use product like fruit, vegetables, any other objects we do use regularly, the prices start shooting up. That's called inflation, right? So the rising inflation means increasing goods prices and decreasing demand for products. If you remember it with the meaning, You will never forget this sentence, and definitely if it's gonna be the same one for you in the exam, so you're nailing it. Okay, this one is the next. Okay, be ready to type in.
Students are encouraged to read the new books recommended by Professor Jones.
So it got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 words in that. So out of 12, just a second. Kimberly, it's 11 for you. Manila, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 for you. Selena, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sorry, there are 12 one. So out of 12, Selena, for you, the first 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 words. So 2 words, one is missing and one is a bit different, but that'll serve the purpose. So you can say 11. Alicia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Manjot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Honey, okay, it's sort of 11 for you. Got 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 for you. So here it goes. Students are encouraged to read the new book recommended by Professor Johns. So the book's word is books, right? And Professor John's spelling is Jones, right? So even if you have given me double NES sort of, so I just corrected that because that's a proper noun. So it's okay. But if you have written only John, then it's wrong, right? So anything with the S in that, any spelling JOHNS or JONES, both are right, but not the singular one, like JONH is not right. And book and apostrophe book, the both won't work, Alicia. It needs to be books because books is not one plural, which is not so, you are not showing possession here, right? So apostrophe s is not one to be used here because it is the way you have used it in the sentence. It is normally used when we show the possession of something, like the books belongs to. So in that case, maybe you are like showing a possession who it belongs to, right? So then that case maybe we are using this apostrophe s sort of thing. Otherwise, it's very normally written like the way it is written with simple s at the end. Okay, this one in 5 seconds.
Electronic devices can help students to complete their assignments than ever before.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 words again. To Kimberly and Selena. Then 11 to you. Manila 12. 12 Guthrie. Sorry, it's not 12. It's 11 for you. Not 11, 10 for you. Honey, it's 12 for you. Okay, Alicia, this is not to be done with every word, every singular plural word you are doing it, right? But you should be pretty sure about. First, listen carefully, right? This is like the way you are typing. You will be losing so many marks in the written discourse, right? What I told you, you can use this trick when you're not sure. Doesn't mean that with every word you are using it. Definitely, you should always keep in mind the score is imparted to the writing as well. So writing score is like written discourse is one aspect of that, which is like what is the sentence structure you have framed. It needs to be right. And according to that, you see, it doesn't make any sense, right? So just be sure where you are using that trick, not with every word, but yes, when you're not sure, just only with those one. So I'll be just telling the sentence, you can tally it. It's with like you are doing so many words in one sentence. Raman, and then ever before. That's right. 12 words, 12 marks. Manjot. Okay, this is not right. I mean, it is not starting with the. First of all, it's starting with only electronic devices, right? Can help students to complete their assignments than ever before. Now capture the meaning of the sentence, what it's saying. Like electronic devices can help students to complete their assignments than ever before. That mean they're talking about laptop, mobile phones, any other computers, right? And hard disk, hard drives. So what all electronic devices can help student to complete their assignments than ever before, right? So this is the sentence. So Manjot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So almost 10. But yeah, the first alphabet which needs to be actually capital, it's not capital. So it will affect the writing score, right? Okay, so the next item type we will be doing today is highlight incorrect words, right? So highlight incorrect word is like you will be looking at the text. Just a second. So this is, as I told you, is the most important question out there. And highlight incorrect word is again in the second important list, or the third one you can say. I would say second in the listening. It is score giving to the listening and reading. And most important thing, it got the negative marking, right? So you will be looking at the transcript and of the same recording you hearing, and while listening to the recording you need to identify which words are different in the recording than in the as compared to the transcript. That maybe you are hearing said word in the recording, right? But the word written in the sentence is spoken, so that means this word is changed, so you have to click this word, right? 15 to 50 second is the time the audio will be playing, because definitely you will be looking at a bit lengthy text here, not so lengthy but yes lengthy, right? And this is like how your question screen will be. So why reading? Because while you listening you are reading the text given to find your answer, right? When it says beginning in 3 seconds, 5 seconds, so that means it is beginning in this much second. When it says playing, that means you are hearing it. When it says completing, that means recording is over. So for this question, you do not need extra time, right? Because you are doing it while you are listening, right? So there is nothing like that you are spending some time when the recording is over. No, when the recording is over, you just looking at the option you selected for once, for a second, and moving to the next screen, right? So focus on the words that give you information, right? And what are those? Like nouns, like adjectives, and like verbs. So noun, adjectives, and verbs, they are the words which decide the general topic, right? So they will help you to pick out words that do not fit with this topic area, right? As you read and listen. So it got give you 10 seconds before the audio starts begin playing. So in that 10-second time, you can look at the nouns, adjective, verbs, because they tell you what this passage is about or text is about, and it will help you to identify the words which are not gelling up with the text given, right? So it is like the time to skim it and focus on the meaning or the what it is about, and then marking the words which are not gelling up right here. But yes, that's 10 second, very precise, and after that instantly the recording will begin. And as soon as the recording is beginning, you need to keep your cursor ready at the first word, and while you are listening you will be moving the cursor along, and at every word which is changed, you are just clicking it, automatically it will highlight yellow. You don't have to select this like the way I'm doing it right now. No, you will be just looking at the words, you just click it and it will highlight in yellow color. Remember that every word here you able to um, every word here you able to click it in this question. So that's why there is a negative marking, because if any case you are clicking all the words, like you clicking all the words, right? So what happened, you are just losing marks, because for every wrong word you are getting -1. So suppose there are only 6 word chain, so total marks this question can give you is 6, right? And you are selecting 10 words maybe, so it will be 6 minus 4, right? So your score will be only 2, right? So that's why it's important that whatever you are clicking, you need to be sure about it. Not sure, leave it, it's okay. Out of 6 you're getting 5, it's much better than getting 2, right? Or it's much better getting than 3. So just keep it like that way and keep moving. Do not lose the audio track, right? You are losing the audio track, then it won't be like you are losing the marks for sure, right? Do not click randomly. As I told you, there will be negative marking, because you will be able to select every word written in there, right? And practice is the one thing that you have to do for this question, right? Now just give me a second, I'll just share the screen with the question on that. Mhm. Just a second. Just a second, yeah, it's almost done. Okay, I'll just play the audio in a second. Beginning in 10 seconds, guys. Be ready. And just write the words which are changed from the same text. Do not type the word which is changed.
The ability to distinguish between sounds of varying pitch makes people capable of producing and understanding speech and music. And the way we are able to process pitch has been thought to be unique to our big brain species. But now there's evidence that a tiny monkey, the common marmoset from Brazil, can distinguish pitch the same way we do. That's according to a study in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. 10 years ago, researchers identified a region of the marmoset brain that appeared to process pitch, but they needed to confirm that the animals did indeed notice changes in pitch, which presented a challenge. They had to find a way to get the animal to indicate that it had heard something, so they trained the marmosets to respond to a change in pitch with a behavior. Specifically, they would lick a waterspout. The researchers then had the animals listen to a series of notes with the same pitch, and at random, they'd change it up. Just like, for example, when I say ma, 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 right? At some points, that makes pitch a little higher. Johns Hopkins neuroscientist Xiaoxin Wang, lead researcher of the study. The actual difference in pitch, he says, was much smaller than that. But you get the idea. And when animal hear that change, it will lick the water spout to indicate they hear the difference. Which the minuscule monkeys indeed did. Because both we and marmosets have this talent, the ability likely evolved in a common ancestor long ago. This type of pitch perception may thus go back more than 40 million years ago, much earlier than previously thought. And the understanding of how the brain processes pitch may eventually explain why some people have perfect pitch while others are tone deaf.
Okay, write the word which are changed. 。
The ability to distinguish between sounds of varying pitch makes people capable of producing and understanding speech and music. And the way we are able to process pitch has been thought to be unique to our big brain species. But now there's evidence that a tiny monkey, the common marmoset from Brazil, can distinguish between sounds of varying pitch with a behavior. Specifically, they would lick a waterspout. The researchers then had the animals listen to a series of notes with the same pitch, and at random, they'd change it up.
Okay. So there are altogether 7 words are changed. So Manila, 4 were marks out of 7. And Alicia, no, it's like the words you have mentioned, no word is changed. So I don't know if you have written the word which are changed or you have written the word which are there in the passage. But what you have to do, you have to just write the same word from the passage. Suppose you feel like ability is changed to some other word, so you're writing ability, not the chain word, right? So I guess you did that. So just go through once which words are there. And Manpreet, so you have given 5 words out of 5. 4 are changed, 1 is not. So 4 minus 1, 3 marks. Kimberly, okay, yes, these are right, 7 marks. Selena, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 marks. Got 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 marks. And your answers, Alicia. Okay, Alicia, you have written the words which are changed, like what they have said in place of those words, right? I guess you have
Yeah,
written like that.
yeah, I did just the opposite one.
Yes, yes. And actually, answers in front of me are in the same word, but I'll just try to check it if I can. I have to go after word after word. Okay, so the word is prostituting here, but the right word is producing, right? So you just write producing. So just keep counting your marks, right? So then the next word which is changed is understanding. Okay, this sterling, right? In place of that, it is understanding. It will be a bit difficult for locating 7 words. And the next word which is changed is, what is the next word, guys, which is changed?
Sneezes, ma'am. That's according to a study in the sneezes.
Sneezes.
Yeah.
Yes, sneezes, then recommended.
Fifth line, sneezes. End of the fifth line.
Fifth line, fifth line.
Okay, so right. So word is in the place of sneezes. The word is okay. That's according to a study. Proceedings, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, next word is
Recommended. Recommend.
recommend. Brain that recommend.
Yeah.
Brain that, and it says appeared. Right. After that,
After that is semi-finalist. That is in the later half.
me finalist.
John Hopkins.
Just below the mama.
Mama, just below mama. Yeah.
All right. So the semi-finalist, and they have written. Write at some
Researcher or
point.
something.
John
Neuro.
Hopkins,
New
neuroscientist.
Neuroscientist.
Neuroscientist, right? And after that,
The next line, ma'am.
geosynchros. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
geosynchronous, and the
And
actual.
the third last line, immediacy.
So difference is there. The actual difference. Third
Mm.
last.
Third last line, first word, immediacy. Deaf,
Immediacy. All right. Immediacy. Previously. All right.
Yeah.
So these are all the words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Alicia, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can just minus 1 and your score will be 6.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So next one, we are writing the same words, right? Okay. So the next one, I'll just share it with you. Just a second. So this is like also this module, it will help you to gain score in reading. The students who are not so good in the reading, right? You feel like, okay, I'm the person where the reading is not that great and I usually got this much in reading. So this is one chance where you can get more marks, right? So just pay more attention here to this question or whatever question is imparting score to the reading, right? So always try to give some concentration there because that will help you to raise your score in the reading part, right? So that's why it makes it the second important question. Okay, here we go with the second question. Okay.
Some scientists say the use of fire helped make us modern humans. It dramatically changed what and how we eat and may have even altered our anatomy. But University of Utah anthropologist Polly Wiesner thinks that fire was also important in shaping human social interactions and cultural traditions. Her conclusions are in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Wiesner evaluated day and night activities and conversations of Kalahari Bushmen from Botswana and Namibia. These communities still live by hunting and gathering, as most humans did over evolutionary history. During the day, nearly a third of the conversations dealt with economic issues such as hunting strategies and foraging plans. Another third covered complaints, criticisms, and gossip. But at night, around the fire, more than 80% of group conversations were storytelling, often about people living far away or in the spirit world. Wiesner says that humans are unique in that we create ties to others outside of our immediate group. Gathering at the fire expanded listeners' imaginations and allowed for the development of cognitive processes that made it possible to form those links to distant communities, which makes fire the precursor to Facebook.
Okay. So 6 answers. I'm just waiting for that everyone can type in. Okay, so the word which are changed are, guys, I'm just saying those words so that we can check quickly. So the words are cunningly, right? Lottery, impalpable, something like that. And then greasiest, tablet, and heritage. So if you have written anything except these 6 words, just count 1 negative mark for that. Right? Cunningly is fine, I guess. Lottery is fine. Okay. So if you have written fire, -1. If you have written processes, -1. If 4 words are there, then 4 marks. And if again 4 marks, Manpreet, then -1 for allowed, and -1 for cognitive, got 3, right? Okay, nobody get 6 words, right? Okay, let's hear it again. Where are the words?
Some scientists say the use of fire helped make us modern humans. It dramatically changed what and how we eat and may have even altered our anatomy. But University of Utah anthropologist Polly Wiesner thinks that fire was also important in shaping human social interactions and cultural traditions. Her conclusions are in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Wiesner evaluated day and night activities and conversations of Kalahari Bushmen from Botswana and Namibia. These communities still live by hunting and gathering, as most humans did over evolutionary history. During the day, nearly a third of the conversations dealt with economic issues such as hunting strategies and foraging plans. Another third covered complaints, criticisms, and gossip. But at night, around the fire, more than 80% of group conversations were storytelling, often about people living far away or in the spirit world. Wiesner says that humans are unique in that we create ties to others outside of our immediate group. Gathering at the fire expanded listeners' imaginations and allowed for the development of cognitive processes that made it possible to form those links to distant communities, which makes fire the precursor to Facebook.
So tablet is like fire together, something they said. Let me go. That word, I guess nobody noticed, tablet. So they said uh, gathering at the fire expanded listeners. So they say tablet listeners, right? And the first words, they were easy to get when they changed dramatically, cunningly, and then they changed anthropologist, I guess. But yeah, it is like but University of Utah, and they say lottery of Utah, so you get that word as well. So this word impalpable traditions, they said cultural, right? And 3 words, 4 words, and 2 more words. And okay, I have to go. Which words are there? So it was greasiest was the another one, which we easily get that. And the last one is heritage, which is changed. Heritage. So allowed for the heritage of, as they said it, and what they said exactly, allowed for the, it says heritage of cognitive processes only. Do you find it changed or it was all same?
I didn't notice that one. It is.
Heritage, right? That's what I
What is
believe.
heritage? Because I think it said heritage. I don't
Yeah, I think they said heritage only, and I don't know why they have written this word. So there are 5 words, guys, because I don't think heritage is changed. They said heritage there, and they have written heritage here. Allowed for the, okay, no, it says allowed for the development of cognitive processes. So they said development. All right. So these are the words which are changed. Okay. So I think this is enough for the highlight incorrect words, right? Let's move to the next item type. Or you want to do one more?
It's fine. We can do the next time.
Okay. Just let's move to the next one. So you guys can count on your score. So 7 from the first one, and 6 from this one. So the total is like 13. Out of 13, how much you got? And that's how you can also count on the score for the reading as well, by the slides I have shared with you or by the image I have shared with you. All right, let's go to the next question. So select missing word is the least important question. You know that. Why? Because there will be 2 questions, suppose. So out of 2 questions, we are having only 2 marks, right? Only to listening. 3 questions, so 3 marks to the listening, right? But if your other modules which are important are not well prepared, then I'm telling again and again, that makes every question as important. Why? Because these 3 marks can be added to your listening, and you never know, they will drag your score to the 79, right? So it's like, if you are well prepared with the most important questions, right, only then you can may pay less attention to these question item types. But if you feel like you are losing score out there, or you're not up to mark there, then also pay attention to these questions as well. But yes, first pay attention to the most important one, right? MCQ is the second in row in the importance, like from the bottom, right? Okay, let's do the highlight correct summary. Again, this is a question where you will be getting score in the reading, right? So according to the format of this item type, you are listening to a lecture, and there will be 4 possible summaries for that lecture will be given. After reading those options given, you are selecting one, comparing to the lecture notes, right? Which one is the best suitable for the as a summary for the listened lecture, right? So like, there will be all the options, they'll be much similar, sometime having same sort of point from the lecture, but we have to focus on which one containing the important key informations, because that is the one which can act as a right summary to the whatever we have listened. Because sometimes there will be an option which is only talking about one aspect, maybe there is another option which is talking about the another aspect, right? Not covering all the things from top to bottom, right? And important ones in that option given, so we're not selecting that. So we have to focus on which one is talking about the key informations, maybe scattered in the lecture, and they just clubbed it in a summary format, right? So for this, we are taking notes down, because it is not possible sometimes to just look at the summary at the same time and selecting the right option. So note will help you somehow to decide which answer is the most suitable one. You can relate to the closest details, right? And second thing, always while you are taking note, always keep an eye on the options itself as well. If any option you are finding it's exactly opposite, right, to what you are hearing, you can eliminate it then and there only. And out of 4, there will be one option which will be exactly opposite, right? And if you are just keeping an eye on the screen as well, right, so you will be getting that option, you can eliminate that option straight away, leaving behind 3 options to choose from, right? So when you're taking notes, note key word, phrases, number, names, dates, any information highlighted by the speaker through stress and intonation, right? So read the option beforehand. You got 10 seconds before the audio starts. So that's the time when you can just look into what sort of lecture you are about to hear, which sort of information it may contain, right? And listening the lecture, listen it with the intent of understanding. As I told you, when we are listening to a sentence, we are listening with the intent of understanding the meaning of it. It retain with us for a longer period of time, right? So here as well, when you're listening to the lecture, listen it like as you're listening to a story, and you have to remember that story, what happened in it, right? If you listening with that intent, definitely you will be able to retain more points with you. Take notes, as I told you, what sort of notes you are about to take for this question. Keep in mind, keep the option in mind while listening. Why? Because always keep an eye on the screen. If anything you find really opposite, you can eliminate there and then only, right? So always confirm each option at the end before submitting your answer. Like, that means look every option, and then only whatever you have selected, then only submit it, right? So there will be again 2 to 3 such question in your exam. So let's do few questions, 2 or 3 question of the same category now. 4 option on the screen, playing the audio related to these ones now. Okay. 5 second, 4, 3, you are hearing. Be ready to take notes.
Cheapness and its cinematic markers, such as handheld camera work and low or high contrast lights, aren't themselves guarantors of a tone of artistic authenticity. In fact, they're often misused by filmmakers short of inspiration as badges of sincerity that take the place of actual artistry. The theatrical realism of many older, ostensibly classic movies have dated terribly and reflect the very exclusions and compromises of the system that produced them. Only the ingenious exertions and inventions of a slender minority of great filmmakers could circumvent and override them. Yet, critics fetishize the styles of studio-era movies and take them for an enduring and immutable aesthetic standard, as if, with an appreciation of Shakespeare came a comparable fixation on lesser Elizabethans and a disdain for latter-day dramatists for not writing in iambic pentameter.
All right. 6 answers so far. Okay, so the right answer here is no one has given me the right answer till now. So every answer is incorrect. 0 mark, guys. Okay, listen it again, because as no one answer is right, listen it again and try to figure out what is the right answer.
Cheapness and its cinematic markers, such as handheld camera work and low or high contrast lights, aren't themselves guarantors of a tone of artistic authenticity. In fact, they're often misused by filmmakers short of inspiration as badges of sincerity that take the place of actual artistry. The theatrical realism of many older, ostensibly classic movies have dated terribly and reflect the very exclusions and compromises of the system that produced them. Only the ingenious exertions and inventions of a slender minority of great filmmakers could circumvent and override them. Yet, critics fetishize the styles of studio-era movies and take them for an enduring and immutable aesthetic standard, as if, with an appreciation of Shakespeare came a comparable fixation on lesser Elizabethans and a disdain for latter-day dramatists for not writing in iambic pentameter.
Alicia, Sukhdeep, answer is right now. Kimberly, answer is wrong. No, Selena, this is not right. No, right, not right, Manila. Okay, so you got these options in front of you. So the right answer, yes, Annie, that's right. The right answer to this question is the D. The penetration of the style and production method of low budget movies of studio era as ideal aesthetic standard is misguided. So basically, this is what they are talking in the whole thing. Cheapness, cinematic marker, such as handheld camera, low or high contrast light, are not themselves guarantor of a tone of artistic authenticity. In fact, they are often misguided by filmmakers, short of impression as badges of sincerity that take place of actual artistry, right? So they only the ingenious excursion and invention of a slender minority of great filmmakers could circumvent and override them. Critics fetishize the style of studio era movie that take them for an enduring and immutable aesthetic standard. So this is the answer number D. Like they're talking about the style and production methods of low budget films of the studio era, and as the ideal aesthetic standard is misguided in that time, right? So this makes this answer number D stands true as a summary for the option you just heard. And as you just heard, the pronunciation is quite different, or maybe you can say it's like a bit difficult to understand, right? So just look at this option, keep in mind, right? And that's how you will be like not forgetting the answer if you're getting the same question, right? Okay, just have a look on this one. See what needs a different ABCD. There are four options, right? So it will be playing in 10 seconds. Now 6.
You will hear a recording. Click on the paragraph that best relates to the recording. What does water purification mean? Basically, by purifying, we are freeing water from any kind of impurity that it may contain, microorganisms or contaminants. This is not a one-step process. Water has to be purified by following a series of steps. These steps depend on the kind of water, that is, whether it is groundwater, lake water, seawater, etc. To clean or purify water, different techniques can be used. Choosing the techniques will depend upon the contaminants present, raw water source, standards that have to be met, and also the finances available. The methods of purifying water include boiling, ion exchange, distillation, reverse osmosis, electrode ionization, solar disinfection, potable water purification, etc. Any of these and many other methods can be put to use to purify water. Though filtering is not enough to completely purify water, it is a necessary initial step towards complete purification.
Okay, let's see what you have sent as an answer. So, Alicia, Selena, Manila, Kimberly, your answer is right. Manpreet, Sukhdeep, and Honey, your answer is wrong. Okay, the answer here is water purification is neither a one-step nor a one-rule process. The source, content, the standard, and the cost benefit parity will dictate the method and stages of water purification. The answer is B. It's not C, it's not D, right? So, as the text is about what does water purification mean? Basically, by purifying, we are freeing water from any kind of impurity. It may contain microorganism contaminants. It's not a one-step process. Water has to be purified by following a series of steps. These steps depend on the kind of water, that is whether it is ground, lake, water, seawater, to clean or purify. Different techniques can be used. Choosing the technique will depend on contaminant present, rural water resource standard that have to met, also the finances available. So you see, this is like it is not a one step, one rule process. Source, content, standard, how much cost, benefit, parity will dictate the method and stages of water purification. So this text is dictate the answer here. All right. So what item type is left now? Okay, so I guess 2 questions are enough here. Just let's move to the next item type. So it's like when it is very hard, remember that answer, it's okay. But yeah, when you can understand this thing, the process, then keep understanding it, because ultimately, maybe if it's a new question, then it won't help you. Remembering won't help you, but understanding that sense definitely will help you, right? So filling in the blanks as you see them. This is again important item question. Not very, but yes, the second in row. So its scores will be imparted to the listening and writing, right? As you can see, there will be a transcript available on the screen with few gaps, and you have to fill those gaps after listening in the recording, and the spellings must need to be correct if you want to score marks in the writing, right? So if anything like punctuation wise you have to follow, then that's also countable for your writing score, right? And listening, definitely if you're getting the right option, you will be receiving mark for that, right? So for this one, you have to you will be given 7 seconds, and in those 7 seconds you can quickly go through the blank you are looking at, right? And this will help you to recognize the text easily, and when something is missing you can quickly maybe you are typing in or writing in. Two things out of these two you will be doing one. Like suppose if you feel like I am not good in typing instantly, or I'll be just be so busy in typing that I'll miss the next answer, then better you write in the erasable notepad, and after the recording is finished just type with the correct spelling in the box as given, right? So proper nouns, they start with the capital letter. So if anything you're writing as an option in the blanks, just be mindful of that, right? And noun that are repeated in the text, they help you to decide the topic. So I think if it's like something it's important to you, so you can just go through with the text and understand what it's going to be about, or because it will give you to help and to understand what sort of words can be there which are missed, right? So this is how your question will be, right? And we have to read the transcript before the audio start, definitely, right? We have to keep cursor in the first blank so that we are not looking for the cursor when the audio is already playing. We need to follow the speaker. We cannot miss the speaker track, right? Because we'll be missing the answers if we're doing that. So if I'm writing, I need to be ready to type in the right and the rough notepad, right? And when I'm done, I need to review the answers for the spelling, for the punctuation marks, right? And definitely to look if they're gelling up in the sentence. If they're not, maybe you just remember, try to recall some other option, right? So time is like one thing which you need to take care in this item type. because if you are writing in the notepad and after that you are typing, so do not consume much time here, because every extra minute you are spending on any question will make you losing marks for the remaining item type. Marks, that mean if you don't have time, so ultimately you will be losing marks, right? So let's do a few questions of the filling in the blanks right now. Listening. Okay, there you see, this is the blank. Just have a reading of it. Just a second, I'm looking at the audio. Okay, it's beginning in 7 seconds, guys. Be ready to write answers.
I think that's not going to be such a viable option for Cerberus, but that may be the way that they are going to approach it. Private equity, of course, is supposed to have the advantage of taking management out of the spotlight of quarterly profits and industry analysts and prying shareholders' eyes, and that, hypothetically, gives them a chance to take slower, more patient routes to doing something to turn the company around. I would hope, and I have some, I guess, optimism that some of the Cerberus team will have some creativity and imagination.
You want me to play again or are you typing options?
Yes, ma'am, because I couldn't hear it properly.
All right. Okay, playing it.
I think that's not going to be such a viable option for Cerberus, but that may be the way that they are going to approach it. Private equity, of course, is supposed to have the advantage of taking management out of the spotlight of quarterly profits and industry analysts and prying shareholders' eyes, and that, hypothetically, gives them a chance to take slower, more patient routes to doing something to turn the company around. I would hope, and I have some, I guess, optimism that some of the Cerberus team will have some creativity and imagination.
So it got 6 blanks. So Kimberly, the second one you sent is right. Third one is wrong. And the sixth one is right. Honey, fifth one is no, it's not right. There are 6 blanks. And Selena, you have to number the answer because you have given only me 4 answers. I don't know which 4 answers you're talking about. Otherwise, write all the 5 or 6 or just give them numbers. So, Alicia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6. Fine. Okay, third one is right. Last one is right. 2 mark. Got 3. No mark. Manila. No mark. Finding it this hard.
The audio isn't clear
Just
enough,
that
I
he's
guess.
not pronouncing it properly, and it's like I'm like, what?
So it can be like in the exam as well. This is one sort of another accent you can say. You are hearing different accents. It's okay. So I'm playing it third time. No one's answer is right except 1 or 2 just option. Maybe one option, I believe, one or last option you guys finding it. And numbered your answers if you're not writing them all in sequence, right?
I think that's not going to be such a viable option for Cerberus, but that may be the way that they are gonna approach it. Private equity, of course, is supposed to have the advantage of taking management out of the spotlight of quarterly profits and industry analysts and prying shareholders' eyes, and that, hypothetically, gives them a chance to take slower, more patient routes to doing something to turn the company around. I would hope, and I have some, I guess, optimism that some of the Cerberus team will have some creativity and imagination.
If you get any other option, just type in. Selena, third is right, and the sixth is right. Okay, I'm just typing in. Just give me a second. These are the option, guys. Have a look at them. The first is a viable option. A viable option. Private equity. 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 Third is analysts. Plural. Analysts. Fourth is hypothetically. Fifth is patient, and the last one is optimism. Viable, equity, analyst, hypothetically, patient, and optimism. So look at this blank. Remember this accent for sure. You won't be forgetting it. Now remember these options as well, right? So accents, you never know the questions. They can be really easy going. They can be difficult to understand. So that's why I tell you, just go through different type of the podcast, talk shows, right? So that you just making a practice to hear lot of different accents, way of speaking. Some people they speak too fluently that we don't understand, that's too fast. Some people, just like this man, speaks too in an average rate of speech, but problem is the words are not well pronounced, and that can be the reason, or maybe a lot of fumbling is there, we not understanding it. So there are different sort of accent, and this is one of the past question of the PT exam, right? So this is like you can remember the answers here, and if you get the same, you can just implement the way you are learning the answers here, right? And always try to listen to difficult questions as well, because if it's going to be difficult for you, then you are just getting the option straight away, right? All right, so that's all for today, guys. So we will be continuing listening, or I'll be saying if I'll be taking a little sort of exam of you guys. So I'll just see what we having for tomorrow, right? So I'm stopping this share. Any questions so far? Any questions so far, guys, or
Yes.
it's all good?
Ma'am, will this be continued online or we have to travel or something because of the lockdown is like over? Will this...
So it's like, first of all, PT is never, like it was never the case that you can sit at your home and you are just giving the exam, right?
No, no, I'm saying for the classes, Sika. Will we
So
have to
where
travel?
you're going for this?
Will it be online or will we have to come to a place to come for the classes?
Oh, no, no, no. It's like previous, before the lockdown as well, it was only online, right? So if any changes, any such changes are there, you will be informed well before, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
right
Yeah.
now we are just doing this online uh,
Okay.
from when the time we have started, because it's more convenient the way it is. But yes, if any changes are there, I'll be definitely letting you know well before.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. All right. Okay, guys, I'm ending this session. So we'll be seeing each other tomorrow. So with a lot of many more practice questions. Yes, guys, welcome, welcome, and try to remember the things and questions we do every day, because that's how you are preparing a way advance, right, for your exam. And always book your exam. Never I mean, this is like unforeseen circumstances when we are having a lot of gaps between our practice and exam, but usually do not take long gaps for practice, right? Because PT is one thing, when we are doing the repetitive question like coming in the exam these days, sort of, so you are just going through well with the practice, and just give one or two APUNI exam or any paid exam you can go through, like the TCY is there, like the APUNI itself is there, or maybe PT's code exam itself, and then after that just prepare for the exam. Because till the moment you're not preparing for the exam, you're not sure where you are standing exactly, right? So better you give the PT's code exam, right, before the real exam, if you can, right? If you can buy that, it's okay. If you're not, it's fine. You can go through APUNI, or maybe cheaper options like TCY, because they are just near to the exam results, so you can get the real picture, right? So it is how you need to know, and you will know definitely which item types you lacking behind, which module you lacking behind, and where you need to channelize your practice, right? All right, so that's all for today. Okay, see
Thank
you
you, ma'am.
guys and have a good day. Yes, welcome, welcome everyone, and have a good day ahead. So we'll be seeing each other tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye,
Bye
ma'am.
bye,
Have a nice
Manila. Bye
day.
bye, Sudeep. Bye bye, Kimberly, Godfrey, Honey. Bye bye, guys.